The decision is in. NHL players will be going to the upcoming 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing, China, after missing out back in 2018. So let's get some instant analysis from Elliotte Friedman. Elliotte, what's your initial reaction to the announcement today? And are you surprised at all that players will be going to China?
No, Jesse, I'm not surprised at all. And to be honest, I'm excited about it. I love best on best Olympic hockey. I'm a big fan of it. And I don't think we get enough of best on best hockey. So the more of it, the happier I am. I still think there are some challenges. There are obviously some caveats built in. What happens if, knock on wood, hope it doesn't happen, but a COVID situation gets worse, so the league has to cancel games because of it. But all in all, I think we all expected this to happen. I don't believe everybody was thrilled about the idea of doing this, but the one group that was almost to a man is the players. They really want to go. There's a romance with being an Olympian. They want to be there. And they said, look, we made a deal and we want you to live up to the deal. And whether it's a happy living up to it or a drag kicking and screaming living up to it, the players demanded the word be held to.
Now, you mentioned that COVID could throw a huge wrench in these potential plans. Give us the details, and how much power does the league ultimately have in making any kind of decision?
Well, first of all, there can be conversations between the league and the Players Association about, what happens if, again, and God knows none of us want this to happen, the situation gets worse in China or anywhere else in particular. The two sides do have the ability to say, okay, this isn't safe, this isn't going to work, we can pull out. But the one thing I didn't realize until today, I didn't even know they were talking about this, to be honest, Jesse, is that the league has a caveat in there which basically says that if we have to cancel games and we can't reschedule them during the year because we don't have enough time, we can not go. And that was something I wasn't aware of until I saw it today. That's a pretty big stick, but it's pretty clearly defined. They've got to be in a position where the cancellations are so often that they can't fit them back into the schedule. And, that gives the NHL some power here, but it sounds like, the ability to use that power is clearly defined, and hopefully that doesn't happen.
Now, Elliotte, you've covered negotiations like these many times over the years. What was the difference this time that will allow the players to go where things sort of fell apart or failed back in 2018?
In 2014, when the games were in Sochi, everything was paid for. The insurance, the travel, everything was taken care of. And I've always personally believed the Russian government had a lot to do with that. In 2018, that wasn't the case. Those things weren't taken care of, so the NHL didn't go. I think the difference this time was, number one, they'd made a deal to send the players in the CBA, so they lived up to their word. Again, it's not 100% that we're there, but there's no question to me that the players made it a huge part of their bargaining position overall. And like I said, I do think over the last couple of months, Jesse, I think there were people in the league and the Players Association who didn't think this was a good idea, but the players fought for it. They said, no, this is what we want. And at least right now they got what they wanted. And that's the difference.
Well, the players want to go, and you said it. We all want to see best on best. It's a cautious announcement, but ultimately extremely exciting for hockey fans everywhere. Elliotte, thanks for your insight as always.
Thank you, Jesse. Have a great weekend.